spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
The thrill of victory.
Walter Payton, Mike Ditka, hungry Chicago, finally champions.
And the agony of defeat.
And, he hits the upright again. That's impossible. He does it again.
Oh, my goodness. The Bears' season's going to end on a double doink.
The human drama of athletic competition.
Oh, now we got to fight. They are going at it. At first, I thought they were joking, but that's Wims, Javon Wims, and Janoris Jenkins with C.J. Gardner-Johnson involved.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition, actually the first edition of Robbie's World of Sports podcast. Good evening, everybody. I had a little difficulties with Facebook, but we got everything fixed. So let's get this show started. We're going to start off with this NFL season that's coming up on Thursday. Detroit at Kansas City. The world champs are going to take on the Detroit Lions. A lot of hype going into this game here. That right there was my Produce sports opener that I have for my show on Mondays. A lot of you said that you can't hear it on here, so I brought it so you guys can get a little taste of what it sounds like. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the show opener that I produced. Hey, what's going on? I don't know why I can't see your name. But anyways, what's going on? Thank you for that comment. But again, if you guys didn't get a chance to hear it, I will play it here in a little bit later on in the show. But because I want to start off the show with this upcoming season. I can't wait. I just got the NFL ticket on YouTube. Football season is going to be awesome. I get to watch every football game. I can't wait for this season to start. So anyways, let's begin with the NFL. Like I was saying, we have it's Linda. What's going on, Linda? How you doing, Linda? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the love. Hit that share, like, and subscribe to all of my social medias, all at Robbie's World of Sports. You can catch it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all platforms. Head over to Robbie's World of Sports. Hit the subscribe button. Get me into what I love to do, and that's talk about sports. So, again, let's go into this season. Hopefully, I should have some people that I go on to other podcasts. They might stop by and talk sports with me, so therefore, you're not really seeing a lot about me. So, hopefully, they're going to chime in here in a minute. I sent them the link, so hopefully, I'll see them come up. And if they do, they'll join in me. So we're going to take this division by division, conference by conference. We're going to pick each team who we think is going to win each division, who's going to make the playoffs, and then who's going to win it all next year. But you know what I'm talking about for this season. Here we go. So I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to let you guys see what I'm seeing. And we're going to start this off with the AFC conference. So I miss you too. Here's the AFC as it is for this season. And we're going to start off with the AFC East. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and the Jets. With all the hype that's going on with this division, with Aaron Rodgers going to the New York Jets, is Tua healthy to play a whole season? The Bills, they got a lot of question marks going into this season also. Von Miller is going to be on the shelf for a couple of weeks. And then, and then can Mac Jones for the Patriots have a bounce back season? So that's going to be an interesting division. A lot of hype going into with the Jets. Now that Aaron Rodgers is in New York, I probably, not going to ride that train right now. I do have the Bills winning it, and then I have the Dolphins, then Jets, and then a Patriots. I have the Bills at 13-4. I have the Miami Dolphins going 12-6. Or is it? 12-5. The Jets at 10-6, 10-7. That 18th game is really, confusing. But yeah, 10-7 for the Jets, and then the Patriots 9-8. So that is going to be my pick for the AFC East. Let me know in the comment section who you got in that division. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, or Jets. And then, so we're going to move on. We're moving on to the AFC West. Now, this division, obviously, favorites in this is going to be the Chiefs. Automatic. We got the Chiefs winning that division. And then I really don't see anybody else coming out of this division. So, can the Broncos have a bounce back year? Is Russell Wilson a different player now that he's got Sean Payton as his coach? That's a lot of question marks for that team. Is this team going to have a bounce back year? All signs are pointing to possibility. It all depends on what Russell Wilson can do. I have an aunt that lives in Denver, and she's told me things as of, the news up there is that he looks good. So we're going to see the beginning of the year because they start off, I believe they play the Raiders in their first matchup. Let me go ahead and I think they do. Let me see. Yeah, they do. Raiders at the Denver Broncos. So, okay. Chiefs, Broncos. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. It's going to be Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, the Raiders. Is how I'm going to go in that division. So Chiefs, going Chiefs, winning the division, Chargers, Broncos, and then the Raiders. Let me know in that comment section what you guys think, how you feel about that AFC West. A lot of you guys are probably going to say the AFC, the Chiefs. It's going to be an automatic, but you never know what that Chargers team's going to look like, and what kind of year is Herbert going to have. A lot of critics out there have this kid possibly fighting for MVP. I don't know. I don't have this kid winning an MVP, but we're going to get into that later on in the show. So stick with me. Hang in there with me. I appreciate you guys chiming in and everything. Thank you. Going. Let's see. Here we go. We'll bring up here. We got someone said the Bills. Someone says they hate the Patriots. I'm not too much on the Patriots myself, but the earlier years, yes, I was a big Patriots hater. Someone says Kansas City's going to take it all. I think that's a good one. Yep. We got going to take a couple of years before the Raiders rebuild. I agree with that. My only concern about that is Josh McDaniels going to be part of that rebuild, or do they go out and possibly get a new coach to help them rebuild that team? So that's my only question with that. We also have I'm born and raised in San Diego. Chargers always let you down. You never know. I mean, they could have that year this year. They could possibly have a good year this year. So their first matchup this week is against Miami. So Miami at the Chargers in LA. I believe I took Miami. No, I took the Chargers to win that game. So moving on to the next division, we're going to head over to the AFC North. I'm going to scroll down here so that way you can see that. Okay. And so this could be possibly another tight division to win, with a lot of people making a lot of upgrades. Baltimore finally got paid their quarterback in Lamar Jackson, so he finally got his money. You got okay. There you go. Okay. Bengals, Browns, Steelers. This is going to be a tough one. Because you have to worry about what's the extent of Joe Burrow's I believe it was his calf. What's the extent to that injury? You got Browns. Is Deshaun Watson going to be that quarterback that he was when he came into the league with Houston? That's the question mark is there, obviously. Bengals with the quarterback with Burrow is, how healthy is his calf going to be? Some people out there saying that he's not even sure if it's really that healed enough to play, but he's going to go out there and play still. You have to worry about that. What kind of year is Kenny Pickett going to have his sophomore year? Now this is his second year in the league. Is he going to have an improvement year? That's so this is how I'm going to do. I'll do Bengals, Ravens, Browns, and Steelers. I think Browns will stay sort of irrelevant. But the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and then the Steelers in that one. Let me know who you guys have in that division in the comment section. All right. Renfro. Renfro and D. Jacobs are amazing. Yeah, but Raiders they're possibly going to lose Josh Jacobs because I don't think they're going to pay him the money. What the whole running back pay scale now. Teams are not really paying high money for running backs these days anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see how these running backs are going to get their money. Yeah, he just re-signed for 1 year though. He just re-signed for 1 year. He signed his franchise tag. Switching to 8. So, and now the AFC South. This is probably going to be all Jacksonville in this one, with the exception of, can Indy win games until Jonathan Taylor comes back? So I have Jacksonville winning that AFC South, Indy second, Tennessee, and then Houston last. Obviously, Houston is in that rebuilding stage. They just drafted their quarterback this past draft, so I have Houston losing out on that one, and could possibly be fighting for that number 1 pick in next year's draft. So those are my pick. That is my pick. That's my pick. So Jaguars, Jacksonville, Indy, Tennessee, Houston. That's how I'm gonna go with. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think is gonna win that AFC South. Okay. What else? So we're sticking with the AFC conference. Okay. The notable games that we got for this week, obviously, like you said, Thursday night, Detroit at Kansas City. Whew. I mean, Kansas City may not have Travis Kelce because of the injury that he sustained this today's practice. Is going to be interesting. With all the hype with Detroit and Jared Goff and with that defense and the upgrades that they made during the draft and the free agency, getting the running back David Montgomery from the Bears, he went over there to Detroit. So now they got like a 1-2 punch in their backfield. Detroit has a good chance of winning this game. I think it really does come down to the wire, down to the fourth quarter, who has that last possession. I think Detroit can possibly sneak out an upset here, but I do have Kansas City winning it with a field goal. So that is my pick for the Thursday nighter. And then Baltimore kicks it off against Houston. The Cleveland and Cincinnati at Cleveland. I'll be watching that game just to see what that atmosphere is going to be like in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson starting his first game. And, what is the health going to be like for Joe Burrow if he decides to play? So that's going to be another interesting game I'll be watching. Jacksonville at Indy. So here's that start off with that AFC South matchups here. I got Jacksonville winning that game. Not much of a blowout. I have Jacksonville winning 28 to 14 on that one. You got Tampa Bay at Minnesota, Tennessee at New Orleans, San Francisco at Pittsburgh, Arizona at Washington, another matchup against the AFC West opponents. Like I said, Las Vegas at Denver, Miami at Chargers. You got Philadelphia at New England, LA at Seattle, and then Buffalo at the Jets on the Monday nighter. That one is going to be good to watch. I can't wait to see what that game is going to be like with Aaron Rodgers starting for the Jets, and what can he bring to this team? Buffalo and all their question marks. What is that defense going to be like without Von Miller? They did pick up some nice pieces, though. They did get Leonard Floyd, and I forgot who else they picked, but I know they picked up Leonard Floyd. So we're going to head over to the we're going to stick with that. So now I'll let you guys know who I have coming out of the AFC. So we're going to start with the number 1 seed will be the Kansas City Chiefs. The number 2 seed, I have there we go. Okay. So the number 2 seed, I got the Dolphins. Number 2. Number 3 will be the Bills. Number 4, the Bengals. The Ravens. The Jaguars. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more, right? 2 more. The Jets and the Browns. So that's who I got going to the playoffs for the AFC. Chiefs, Dolphins, Bills, Bengals, Ravens, Jaguars, Jets, Browns. If you guys disagree with me with that, let me know in this comments section. And let me know who you got going to the playoffs in the AFC. Ooh, what is cracking? CC. What's going on? Chris? Chris is on the house, guys. But yeah, so that takes care of the AFC. We're going to head on over to the NFC now. So, okay, the NFC. For those tuning in, we are going over each conference, division, and giving our opinion on who we have for the season in each division, and then who you have going to the playoffs for that conference, and then we're getting into who wins it all and everything else. And then we're going to get into the giveaway. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about for the giveaway and how you can win this magnificent, awesome giveaway. So stick around. We're going to be doing the NFC right now, and then we'll be wrapping it up around 9 o'clock. I don't want to take up everyone's time, so we're only going to be doing a 1-hour show. So here we go. NFC East. Let's talk about the NFC East. We got Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and then the Commanders. A lot of questions with Dak. And can he finally get over this hump of just going past the divisional round? Can he get to the conference championship round? And can he get this team to the Super Bowl? There's no one to blame now that they got rid of their offensive coordinator. And now that Mike McCarthy's calling the plays, there should be no reason and there should be no blame other than Dak, because he's got to go out there and ball to prove these critics wrong about him, that he can be that quarterback. He can be a quarterback that could go further and win it all or try to win it all. But I don't think this happens. I don't think it happens this year. And with that signing of Trey Lance, kind of just puts a monkey in the wrench of things. Does that become a distraction, knowing that Jerry Jones did that for a reason, to kind of maybe say, hey, I have no problem, putting this guy in as your replacement because you're not producing and you're not, taking us to the promised land. I need a quarterback that can do it. And if he feels that, if Jerry Jones feels that Trey Lance can do it, then he's going to put him in, because he's going to make that call down to McCarthy and say, hey, put him in. I don't like what I'm seeing from Dak. Take him out. Good question, Chris. Good question. Good question. Yeah, they did. They got rid of him. He's now he's the actual offensive coordinator for the Chargers. So, Chargers could be, even though I didn't take them as a playoff team. I think if the only, I could see the Chargers making the playoffs. I just took Cleveland over the Chargers because I think Deshaun Watson has a lot to go off of what had happened. I think he has a chip on his shoulder. I think he has something to prove and let the NFL know that, hey, I am still a quarterback and I still can play the quarterback position. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of season Deshaun Watson has. But anyways, talking about NFC. So with this division, Eagles are going to be flying high. Then I got Cowboys, Giants, Commanders. I think this will possibly be the last year for Riviera. I think they go and fire him and keep Eric Belmley, his offensive coordinator, and I believe he's assistant to the head coach. But I think they go and make him the head coach of that team and allow him to kind of do what he helped with Kansas City and all that. So I think this could possibly be the last year for Ron Rivera and the Washington Commanders. I don't see them winning any games. I see them as probably a 6 and what is it? 6 and 12, 6 and 13, 5 and 13. No, because that would be 17 games. Anyways, I got them winning only 6 games. Giants winning 9 games, but not enough to make the playoffs. Eagles winning the conference, Eagles winning the division. There you go, 4 and 12. Thank you, Chris. 4 and 12. And then Cowboys at 12 and 6. I keep doing that. 12 and 5. And then the Eagles going 13 and 4. Yeah. So Eagles winning that division, Cowboys, Giants, and then the Commanders. Heading on over to the NFC West. Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. We are going definitely 49ers winning this winning this division, Seahawks, Rams, and then the Cardinals. Cardinals fans, I feel sorry for you, but just last year, our Bears fans, hey, we had the number 1 pick, and we had some help from you guys. So this could possibly be your year to really tank. I don't know if you want to call it tank or anything, but really go after that number 1 draft and, go ahead and draft that quarterback of either Caleb Williams or the guy from North Carolina, Drake May. Because it's going to be a horrendous season for you guys. But I have San Francisco leading this division, the Seahawks, and then the Rams. I have the 49ers winning 12 games, the Seahawks winning 10 games, the Rams winning 8 games, and then the Cardinals winning maybe 3 games. So that, my friends, is the NFC West. Hey, thanks for the like. Hit that like button, hit that share button, share it with all your friends and family. This is the Robbie's World of Sports podcast, where I also host a radio show every Monday at 3 o'clock on twitch.tv forward slash Sportstown Shy every Monday. So if you're watching, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, head over to my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. Subscribe to that also, because if you do, you're in line to win a magnificent giveaway, which I'll get to at the end of the show, which is in about 9 minutes, because we're going to close it up here at 9 o'clock. So let's go on to the next division. That is the NFC North. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to save that for last, because that's the division that my team is in. So we're actually going to do the NFC South. And then this one, I have Saints, Falcons, Bucks, and then the Panthers. You know, Derek Carr now with the New Orleans Saints and new team and better defense. Can he have a bounce back year and really take this team to the playoffs? I do have them winning this division. This is possibly going to be the only team coming out of the playoffs. Excuse me. I have New Orleans winning winning the division and being only team to go to the playoffs in this conference. I do have the Saints winning 11 games, Falcons winning 8 games, the Bucks winning 7 games, and then the Panthers winning 5 games. Carolina, also another team that's rebuilding around that new quarterback that they just drafted, courtesy of the Chicago Bears, who they traded for this past draft. Good news is that we also have a first-round pick from the Panthers, which is good news for us, because we could possibly have a top 5 pick and another pick in next year's draft. So that's going to be interesting. So again, if you guys are watching and listening, let me know what you guys think and who you have in these divisions in the NFC West, NFC East, NFC South, and the NFC North. So again, we're going to get into this last division, the NFC North, where you got Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota. Now, I'm trying to do my best to be fair and unbiased, but who am I kidding? I'm a freaking Bears fan. So, of course, I'm going to have the Bears. But I don't think that they'll win the division. I think Detroit will win the division, but Chicago will be in second place ahead of Green Bay. They will beat Green Bay on Sunday. And I know, Chris. I know you're a Vikings fan. But I just don't think your Vikings are going to have enough to win that division, losing Dalvin Cook and all. They're just gonna throw that ball to Jefferson, and I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins is not gonna have that. But by December, January, he's not gonna have enough, and that's where you guys are gonna fall apart. So, I guys got you in third. ahead of the Packers. I do think Packers are going to come in last. This is actually his first. This is Jordan Love's first full season that he's going to be quarterback, and we don't know what this guy is going to be like. I don't know, how he's going to play, because I other than what we saw him in preseason, and we really didn't get to see a lot in him during preseason. So, what kind of player is this guy going to be? He has a lot of, he's got a lot to fill for that team with the history of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and now that Rodgers is gone, he's got a lot to fill. And I think he's going to have a lot of miscues and a lot of bad games that's going to cost his team. And I think that's why I got this team finishing last in the division. So I got Detroit, Chicago, Vikings, and Green Bay. So going in through this conference, again, we're going to go. So I got Eagles and Cowboys coming out of the NFC East. I got the 49ers and Seahawks coming out of that division. I got Detroit and the Bears coming out of that division. And then the Saints coming out. Hold on. So that's what? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll take the Vikings to make the playoffs too. I'll take the Vikings to win the playoffs. I think they can have a better record than the Giants. So that's who I'll take for the NFC. So yeah, we won the last two. Yeah, you did. You did win the last two, but it's different season. Different season, new season. A lot of changes across the league. So, I never really try to focus on what a team's success was last year, because that's, last year is last year. And again, a lot of teams make a lot of changes throughout the offseason. So that's why I can't really, really say, well, they've won the last two. Yeah, you guys, I give you credit. You guys have won the last two, but, I don't know. Like I said, you lose Dalvin Cook, great running back. Yeah, you got Madison and you got what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. He's got a lot of expectations and a lot of shoes to fill. Yeah. Yep. That's why I said I think I'll take the Vikings to go to the playoffs over the Giants, because I think they'll have a better record than the Giants does. So that's that. So going to the playoffs was those teams, and then winning it all, going to the Super Bowl for this year. I will take, for the AFC, I will take the I don't think Kansas City will make it. I will take. It will be a new AFC champion. I will go with. I'm gonna go back. I gotta go back and see. We'll say. I'm gonna go Bengals. I think the Bengals will win it this year. Not win it this year. We'll represent the AFC. And then the NFC, I will say the 49ers will go to and represent the NFC. So I got Bengals and 49ers for the Super Bowl this year. And I got the Bengals winning it all this year. Let me know who you guys think and who you believe will be going to the playoffs, representing the AFC in the Super Bowl, and then the NFC in the Super Bowl. Let me know in the comments. Now, I know it's a little after 9:02, but I'm gonna show you guys what you guys can win on September 10th during the Bears halftime show, or during the halftime. You guys will be able to win this beauty, courtesy of my good friend Abel, who makes these, and he has a Facebook page called Cool as Ice, and he does these little raffles. So I highly encourage you guys to head over to his Facebook page, Cool as Ice. He does a lot of raffles to concert tickets, Bears tickets, cruises, flights, gift cards, headphones, you name it, he's got it. Head over to Cool as Ice, his Facebook page. Abel, he does great things. He does also custom coolers, custom cornholes, custom pretty much anything that he can customize. He could do it. So head over. So this is what you got to do. You got to head over to Robbie's World of Sports page on Facebook and join the page. You have to share it to your Facebook page, because I'll know that you shared it. And then head over to Robbie's World of Sports YouTube and Twitch. And once you guys do that, you'll be entered into the drawing on September 10th during the Bears halftime. So all the people that are on my Facebook page right now, which we are at over 200 people, I can't believe this, but we are literally over 200 people on Robbie's World of Sports page. I can't thank you enough for those who have joined. Keep spreading the news about this wonderful sports page. It's going to help me build my sports page up to where I'm able to monetize it. If you guys want to support the page, you could support it. It's $4.99 a month. It's not that much, but you can do that. What else? You can send stars. That helps grow the page. So that's all you got to do is like it, share it, head over to Robbie's World of Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be in line to win the Bears cooler. That is a Bears cooler. It's a customized cooler. You'll be able to win. Again, the drawing will be on September 10th, this Sunday, during the Bears halftime. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Again, I will be back in the studios on Monday with Robbie's World of Sports on twitch.tv forward slash, I keep saying splash, /Sportstown Shy. Go ahead and check it out. There's other sports shows. There's Blow the Whistle. There's the 300 Club, and I believe there's a couple more, and there's some more guys as classes start to kick off. You'll see some more people start their own sports show and podcast. So head over to Sportstown Shy. That's where I host my sports show Mondays at 3:00, only on twitch.tv forward slash Sportstown Shy, not Robbie's World of Sports, but Sportstown Shy is where you'll catch all the action, all Chicago sports, and maybe some nations sports, some other cities we'll talk about. But you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully, we're going to be doing this. So my plan is to do my show on Mondays. I'll get at the school and then come home and hopefully do a podcast on the Monday night game. So there'll be some commentary, some behind the scenes. Hopefully I can get a group of guys that I hop on their podcast. Maybe they could come on my podcast, maybe do a little sit around and just talk about the Monday night game as it's being broadcast. So you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys on Monday, 3:00. Hit the like and share. Help grow this sports page to what it can possibly be. The sky's the limit. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful night.